Hello, Cancer sign children, souls. Welcome to your June 2025 reading. This is a general reading, so we're going to be looking at what are the themes for the month that you should be aware of, or messages that your angels and souls want you to receive now. So what I'm going to do is allow the charms to fall where they may, and we'll use tarot cards to help us clarify the messages coming through for you for the month around the corner. So there'll be a bit of noise with the charms as we place them, and just a little bit of time to get the cards in place as well. Okay, so just clean up the ones they've discarded. Couple connected messages here on the same kind of theme. So far, of all the readings this month, you all have received the most charms here. Quite a very clear, definitive grouping as well for me, which is the first time also. So now I'm going to go ahead and layer in the cards. I'm trying to see what these messages are going to be all about. For some reason, I was drawn to do your mini deck or grab my mini deck. So I'll make sure to bring the cards up nice and close to the camera so you can receive the messages from the cards for you. Also, before I sat down to do your reading, it got like extremely quiet in my neighborhood, in my area, in my home. So I don't know if that also happened for you before you kind of sat down to listen to this. Maybe just kind of caught your attention like it did for me, that it's extremely quiet now, maybe to help us focus in on the messages here. So let's see how they want the cards to fall. Just want a couple off the top here. Oh, and that one too. All right. Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of tune in here to see where they want to start with the reading for you all. I think kind of front and center here, kind of drawn into this immediate kind of grouping of charms right in front. So to start off, we have my butterfly, signifying transformation, a pretty significant change, a milestone, but mostly like a transformation of self, sort of a next evolution, next step up of self. And it's sitting on where your career path is going, which is right above increase in wealth, which is where our little piggy is. And, like the nursery rhyme, this little piggy is gluttonous. That is what he kind of symbolizes, but like abundance, not necessarily the negative tonality of gluttony, but sort of abundance. And here we are, an increase of wealth expected. So, and I just heard like this little piggy come home. So the fact that it's expected, and this transformation is expected with regards to your career, and sitting on what's destined to happen, and your career is the graduation token. So this is a celebration from angels, sort of that message of congratulations, this is a milestone for you, sort of that next stage, as I was saying, a key turning point. So I did just say sort of the next evolution of self. So This is your next kind of glow up starting in June 2025 for, a significant number of you born under the Cancer sign. So let's see how the tarot cards here reinforce this message. I'm just going to move our little pig here for a second. And I'll just see which kind of card they want me to start with here. Like talking about sort of next evolution of self, the Knight here, and sort of the stance that the horse has taken, sort of the positioning, very statuesque. Also on the rock cliff here, usually a position up high, signifying like champion. Sort of the best of. So there must be a receipt of acknowledgement here for you in this, and you're expecting it. Obviously this knight has competed to become the champion. So, perhaps it's you've been waiting to hear back from an application, or you've been expecting or told, this is the time of your company's review period. So this is kind of coming in for you. Reinforced with our beautiful cups here, rainbow. Look how happy and serene the home life is. So that's probably the impact of the scale of sort of the influx of revenue and wealth that this will trigger. There might be a period of waiting, but June definitely feels like this kind of kickoff starting period of heading down this path. I wanted to say send off as soon as I picked this up. Like, why would you be on a send off? But he's on that cliff edge again, sort of like our knight here. And this has a very like leadership sort of energy with it. Being promoted from sort of ship captains to, I don't know if there's a more predominant role that's on the shore. Maybe actually there's quite a few of you that are heading into retirement maybe, or embracing retirement this month. Maybe this is month 1 of retirement for a lot of you, and sort of embracing that. But there's definitely, like I was saying, this transformation has started on the next iteration of you, the next version of you, evolution of you. And it's all due to the effort and the work that you've put in. So very likely you're coming out of a period of, probably a lot of effort, not a lot of reward, maybe a lot of risk, not a lot of reward, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of time, maybe a lot of compromise. And, you've succeeded and become the champion because of that. So if it is retirement story for you in particular, this is all the years of service, right? So this would be the size of your pension or your retirement package, the lifestyle that you'll be able to live thanks to all your efforts here. Oops. Okay. So that's always a good news story, right? June 2025, start of that winds of change here. The beginning of this more abundant, more prosperous, more stable, reliable kind of lifestyle. I'm kind of going upwards here. yeah, I guess I'm being brought up upwards here. So my circus tent, this is all about chaos or feeling chaotic, stressed. You know, a lot going on, a lot of commitments, or it could just be the environment around you is feeling chaotic. It could just be a sensation of chaos. Just a lot kind of going on. And I know I knocked it, but I believe it was on both don't dwell on this, move forward, an unexpected gift or message. So maybe you've been kind of hiding the fact that you've overcommitted yourself, or that you've been feeling stressed, or you're thinking I'm hiding this well, and you're not. And I think that's going to surface this month. So, you know, the message definitely here is you need to move forward, whatever, you know, has got you in this state. You know, letting go, forgiving, whatever the request is here, from your angels. I definitely feel like this is gonna be tough. You know, I kind of felt like there was a number of you watching that were like, okay, yeah, right. There's no way, especially when I said forgiveness. So there's a bit of grudge holding on here. And then here's a reminder about abundance coming into you. You know, referring back to this transformation that you're going through. And this is my wolf, and it's howling, and it's all about either like volume, something's gonna get very loud, or it's like celebration of the most grandiose kind of magnitude. It's also the need to speak or arguments. So if this is on a don't dwell, this move forward, you know, you could be holding a grudge regarding an argument, a disagreement. Maybe you feel like things were left unsaid, or you have more to say. And this may be blocking your path to abundance, if you can't, like, you know, live and let live. Let's see how the cards reinforce this messaging. Yeah, so I mean, the first card here, we've got a kind of like a battle going on, right? Defense is up. A bit of stubbornness, definitely. Let's see, Cancer, like claws out, right? I don't know, like there's a way to, I don't want to say agree to disagree, but there's a way to still be right without enforcing I'm right in this situation. So, you know, maybe this is a never-ending argument, something you just haven't let go. Or these are just like past experiences that they want you to bury before you head into, like, if I look at retirement, you know, maybe these are relationships that you don't need to focus on mending, you can just walk away from. You know, you don't need to have the closure if you're seeking closure. Again, if you're seeking to be validated in a certain way, you're gonna have to let that expectation go. And it's probably just stressing you out, to be honest. But it's also blocking you from enjoying abundance. And they've paired that with, you know, we've got a bit of justice here. So again, that sensation of like, I want you to acknowledge that I'm right, or I want you to acknowledge what you did. You know, maybe you wronged me, or this was the role you played in this situation, or, you know, there's this righteousness, again, coming back to that stubbornness here, that they really want you to release, in order to focus on, you know, the abundance that's down here for you, right? She's holding her buckets, her scales here, they're empty, they're ready to be filled, but you got to get the, you know, your blinders off here on this situation, on this disagreement, argument, whatever's got your back up here. You know, your foot's pretty firm down here, and they want you to be maybe be the bigger person in the situation. Like I said, they're not asking you to concede, but there is action here for you to take in order to embrace and welcome and be open to receive what's waiting for you here in your transformational change. I'm going to go straight across because my large scissors here are all about letting go. And we've already kind of started receiving that message here. So we have an emotional space, letting go. So I think that directly ties into what we were saying here about being stressed. Because I definitely wasn't focusing on like chaotic environment so much. It was definitely the feeling of being stressed and the impact that has on the environment around you, the people around you. So you do need to cut some kind of cord here in your emotional space. You know, release it, go through whatever you need to go through here in June, you know, this month, in order to start this, right? This is kicking off in June, so if you're not cutting the cords and releasing, you know, it's going to be a little bit of a slower path forward here. On new opportunity awaits, so that's great news, right? That's probably tied to the abundance. We saw that here in the first thematic about career, you know, stepping into that next milestone as it relates to sort of profession or personal growth. So we got my little Cupid here that says with love. So we've got your angels here delivering, you know, an opportunity into your path with love, and also supporting you with cutting this cord here with love as well. It's kind of at the top corner here. And then we have my singular arrow, which is directional. This charm is all about staying true to the path. You know, don't cause any forks in the roads, don't stray. This is a very straight A to B direction. So this new opportunity, this change that's being triggered here this month in June, they definitely want you to remain focused on it. Don't postpone a response. Don't postpone taking the first step. Don't get distracted and go off your path, right? They very much want you to go directly, you know, what's the game? Monopoly, right? Just go around the board once and pass go. Like your sole focus is to pass go on round one. That's sort of the messaging there. So see how he's picking up his swords, and he's not really looking at the field behind him, like what's occurred. So it's like you can carry forward, you know, the knowledge, these experiences, but you don't have to stay in the past. He's already taking his step forward here, right? So again, the angels aren't asking you to forgive and forget, or to let go and forget, to move on and forget, because those experiences built the person you are, and bringing those experiences forward enables you to, you know, be this next evolved version of you, you know, the future Cancer individual here that I'm seeing. So, you know, definitely you're a second group here where I'm getting a message about working on emotional headspace this month of June. So I'm not into astrology nor numerology. I just don't have the head for that. But if you do, or you know someone who's into it, or you want to jump over to those videos, I feel like I don't know. I feel like maybe Cancer and the other sign where I read sort of this need for June to focus on emotion space. I wonder if emotion quadrant or house, I think they refer to it as, if that kind of spikes for you for some reason this month in June. Okay. So looking to see sort of the messaging they want to wrap up on. I always love it when my yarn comes out because this is all about the power manifestation. So for June, since your power manifestation is so strong, you're going to need to be strong emotionally because you're going to need to really catch yourself with positive talk, positive self-talk, affirmation. So this is all about making sure you don't say, I'm just a bad luck person. Nothing ever goes my way. That kind of thinking and speaking will definitely thwart you this month because you have the power manifestation. So, if you will it and use your power of like affirmations, I will conquer my struggle with jealousy. I will conquer my struggle with anger. I will conquer my inability to let this relationship go and get over how this friendship ended. So if you work on that and have that positive approach to it, it will be kind of thing. So it's sitting on what is blocking you at this time. So we've got emotions blocking you. And like I was saying, if you have a negative mindset, headspace, emotional space, you're going to manifest in the wrong way. And this is getting paired with this is meant to be. This is meant to happen for you. You have my footsteps in the sand. So this is your jumping out of my hand. This is your guardian angel walking hand in hand with you. And he flew out of my hand onto your champion here, right? So that's the intention your angel has for you. Nothing but good intention, wants you to achieve becoming this champion, and it's destined for you. It's predestined. So that's why he's here to guide you. This particular guardian angel. And then you have my path of stones here, my donut of stones. And this is about being stuck in a cycle or the need to build a nice solid foundation, like get the basics in place in order to take that nice firm first step. So, maybe it's more natural to you to, be stuck in this space where, it's okay to hold a grudge, or it's okay to continue arguing until the other person says I'm right. You need to kind of let go of that that habit, that behavior, because it's doing you no good, right? It's keeping you stuck here. So, what's meant to happen for you is to manifest breaking these kind of maybe more negative emotional habits or behaviors that you kind of have, because they're holding you back from achieving your abundance. It's quite nice to get a pair of kings here at the end. I'm not a poker player, but I felt, if I had what are they called, pocket kings, when you have like two like this, or is it only called pocket aces? But I feel like I'd be willing to play, take the risk on the round, however the flop is, and maybe I'm doing this poker analogy out of the blue because that's what they want you to do. Take the risk of letting go, and look at you can win the pot here, the honey pot, the money pot. But yeah, that's kind of cute to get a little bit of a story of kind of pocket kings. Maybe some of you are, you know, card players. You enjoy card games. But I mean, I don't know how good the camera can pick it up, but the like, I'm looking at them and it feels like the kings are staring right back at you, right? You kind of are locking eyes and they're like, come on, you know, you can do this. You have the King of Cups telling you that you can overcome your emotions. You have the King of Swords that is reinforcing that you have the power to cut these cords, to cut these relationships that don't serve you at all, but also to cut your two-way of thinking, right? Kind of going back to jealousy, because jealousy can manifest in what's it back talk, so or being two-faced, and that's not you. that's not the persona that I see here, right? There's nothing two-faced about her. She's actually quite soft and serene and approachable and lovable, and she's like draped in gold here. So, you know, June is going to be a not so easy month. And I guess I got choked up because you might be getting choked up like, fuck. You know, I gotta work on my emotions here. So, you might do a lot of crying this month, and that's okay. Like, let it out. Because you need to. You're definitely holding on to too much here. And like I said, letting go or working through emotions doesn't mean that you're not right in a situation. It just means that it's okay to walk away from it. So, you know, hopefully June is you know, you have the strength to tough it out because you're the Cancer. You know, you're the crab, so you got the hard shell, you got the claws. You just got to put them to work for yourself here this month. So I look forward to seeing you next month. We'll connect in. We'll see how this is going. We'll see how your path of abundance, how you've started out on your path of abundance here, and how you've been working on your emotional space. But I mean, like, again, these pocket kings. So you're you're kind of sitting on a winner here. You're gonna be able to do it. So good luck, Cancer.